Time to repair a lamp socket. Good Wednesday afternoon to you all, YouTube. It is a beautiful day here in Seymour, Indiana. I have I just now shut the windows and turned on the AC. It's getting a little warm in here. It was 82. It's upper 80s outside again today. Yesterday was the first day it got back that hot again. You may wonder why I'm looking at this lamp. Well, there's a good reason. I want to show you the other lamp. As you can see it over there. Now you notice the shade, how it's askew. Well, there's a reason for that. And this is the one over here that we're going to take a look at. So let me do that next. Well, yes, it made a little bit of a difference. I put just a little bit of a pressure. I did unplug it first, but I'll show you, give you a little closer view of this and tell you the reason why. Okay, you can see the reason why I did that. The lampshades used these days are a variety that basically fit on top of the, as you can see, on top of the socket, and the bulb actually kind of holds them on. And this particular one here will not stay. It you know, it will stay once you put it on there, and I hammered it on there pretty good. But once you put it on there, it will stay, maybe last a week, and then you come in one day and this will be the way it looks. Well, you know, one of these days it's going to cut those wires and short out something, and I really don't want to wait for that. So I did what anybody would do. I ordered some parts to fix it. Let's look at those next. Now normally the brass fittings or socket, what do you want to call this thing here, is usually pretty good, and it will work in this case. Let me take that bulb and shade off, and that'll give us a little bit better look at this. Okay, again, you can see it's supposed to fit down in there. Obviously not catching wires in there, and it's supposed to click in to these little divots in here, and it just doesn't do that. This socket is just not that good. It never has been since I've owned the lamps, and so, you know, once I started using this type of shade, it started doing this, and really I got kind of tired of it. And like I said, I tried hammering this thing on as hard as I can with a block of wood, obviously, or something like on top, and it just doesn't hold. So like I say, what I'm going to do is install a new socket. I found one online. Obviously you can't find anything local. This is it here. I got this out of Tennessee. It's actually phenolic is what they call it, I think. But it's made for that type of shade. If you look, it's got a ring that actually locks it on. And let me see if I can demonstrate that better. Let's see, the shade itself will fit down over these threads and rest on this lip here. You can't even see it. This lip on the bottom here is where it rests at. And then that ring, ring like this, okay, it's upside down, but that doesn't matter. Okay. Screws down on top of it, holds the shade in place. I'll demonstrate that. Well, I was going to demonstrate it, but that will not fit through there. Not sure why. Apparently that's just a little bit bigger than that hole. So not a problem. At least the phenolic or whatever that is should be sturdier than the because it screws together there. It doesn't just pop in. So let me get this thing together and then we'll take a look at it and see. But I tried, like I said, to See if I can hold this and move it a little bit. You see, it won't. It just doesn't have quite enough space there. It will just barely fit on the end. So they make these smooth. I've got one on my lamp in the bedroom. They make them smooth here, so probably that one would work even better. Of course, then it wouldn't have a ring to screw down. I think that's the way these are made, because obviously what's that ring for if it's not to hold its shade on? That wouldn't make any sense, or it wouldn't to me anyway, that ring would not hold that shade in. And I think maybe if I had this ringed out just a little bit where it would let that go through. Maybe the shades these days are made a little bit bigger. I don't know. But I do know that unless you have a very sturdy, what do you call it? It does not work very well. And like I said, if you look at this one over here, that's what happens with them like this. That one doesn't come off because the lamp doesn't get used very much. I always turn the other one off because it's right next to the hallway there. But the shade always gets crooked like that, and it will not stay straight. So, like I said, I thought this would be the perfect solution. I thought wrong. I may take, like I said, if I could just get that to even screw into that, that would be helpful. But I may try to take my Dremel and sanding disc, go around the inside of that, see if I can shave some of that off, and get that to maybe either screw on or something like that to where I can use this the way it's intended. But anyway, that's my plan. I'm going to put the socket, or the new light socket on there anyway, because that other one is not going to hold up very much longer. It's going to be, like I said, it's going to have those wires frayed, and it's going to shock somebody, me probably. So, alright, let me get busy with that. Alright, I do have the base on there. It's good and tight now. All I have to do now is put the socket on and screw in the top section, and that will be ready to go. I think it will be better, like I say, much better than it was. At least I know the socket is in there good and solid. I mean, that's solid now. This thing is weighted to the bottom. You can't tell that, obviously. But there are several large magnets, or not magnets, but washers. My daughter's always getting on me for putting an R in washer. It sounds like there should be one. I don't care. Anyway. So that's progress so far. Let me go ahead and finish this up and put the socket on and screw it down and see what we got. And there we have it. That's what it's going to look like. Obviously, the shade's not on yet, but like I said, that's probably just going to sit on there like the old one did. It's probably not going to work any much better, but at least that this socket here will be much sturdier, I think, than that little brass one. So it does sit up there, and that's really all the other one did anyway. It's just kind of sit on there. I think that, like I say, that ring is just not big enough in the middle. It needs to be a little bit bigger for that to work right. Like I said, there's the lamp all put back together. Just needs a bulb, which I can screw into it. From up here, you can't screw in bulbs from before you put the shade on these days. You have to put them on and then put the what do you call it on, or you know what I mean. And it's not bad right there, like I said, if it would stay that way. But as soon as somebody reaches under to turn it on or off, you hit that screen or the bottom of the shade, and it'll skew it. So that's how that will work. I'm predicting that as what will happen. So anyway, that's that. It'll do for now. So anyway, the next thing, I think I'm going to try to find one for that one there. Although, again, that one doesn't come apart. It just, the shades, that's the way the shade stays half the time. Unless somebody goes over there and straightens it up. and then as soon as somebody reaches under there to turn it on, it screws the shade and it stays that way until somebody corrects it again. So that's about gonna do it. Let me put it back on the table and see how it looks. Well, there it sits, turned on. As you can see, it's not even straight now. It's just nature of these shades, I think. It's about as good as you can get it, I think. But like I say, it is working. That's the important thing, I guess. Find where there it is. Turn it off. I like the push button like that instead of the twist style switches anyway, better. So, alright. That's going to do me for now. You guys have a great day. Thanks for watching, and we will see you.